Setting boundaries is essential and is a requirement for self-care. Peace, family. Welcome to my video. As you read the caption, we are going to be talking about setting boundaries. Yes, and setting boundaries is essential to self-care. So let's get right into it. First off, my name is Monet, pronounced Mo-nay, but it's spelled Monet. Yes, my mama thought she was doing something. Before we get to talk about setting boundaries and what we can do to set boundaries, let's talk about what are boundaries, first of all. And boundaries are specific guidelines or rules set by a specific person to maintain their mental health or their physical well-being. So those boundaries that they set, they determine what actions or what behaviors that that person is going to allow in their space or in their life. Okay, so now that we know what boundaries are, before you get to setting boundaries, let's ask ourselves, what about this makes me feel uncomfortable? What about this is I don't like? What about this gives my body the ick or gives my body the You can also ask yourself, does the person that I'm becoming or does the person in my head allow this? Or does the person that I am trying to be, do people talk to that person that way? Or do people treat that person like this? Okay, so there are 4 main types of boundaries that I'm going to talk about today. The first set of boundaries will be physical boundaries. And physical boundaries involve your personal space, any unwanted or acceptable physical contact, all of that. So example of a physical boundary would be, do not touch me. Or when you see me, don't automatically reach for my hand because I'm going to dap you up. Nice to meet you, or no thank you. But that's my boundary that I'm setting. A lot of people get upset like, oh, you can't shake my hand. No, I can't. The next boundary will be emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries involve basically how much you share or how much you allow people to share with you. Oh, a perfect example of emotional boundaries is when you're talking with someone. I don't like when you yell at me when we're communicating. I don't like that you yell. You know, that's an emotional boundary. Like, I'm protecting my emotions because I don't want to feel overwhelmed because you're yelling at me, you're shouting at me. I'm feeling attacked. I'm feeling like I'm wrong. I'm feeling like it's my fault. I did something. Emotional boundaries also help you maintain a healthy sense of yourself. Protecting your own emotions. People manipulate your emotions. I swear. I don't even know how good Sonic do. Hold on. Okay, so another boundary would be material boundaries. Basically, with material boundaries, you don't have to share everything with everybody. You know them little kids, can I see your phone? No. No, you can't. I'm protecting my resources. No, because if you break it, you're not about to buy me no new one, is you? No. And then I am in a place of lack because I allowed somebody to have something or to use something of mine. Now I'm at fault because now I can't complete my work or I can't do something. Now I'm mad at you when I really should be mad at myself because I should have just said no. The last boundary would be a time boundary. So basically set a time limit on when you want to interact with people. You don't have to interact with people the whole 24 hours of the day. Listen, when I get off work, that first hour and a half to 2 hours, don't talk to me because I have to regroup. Set a time boundary for yourself. You deserve it. So from this time to this time, don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't think about me, don't nothing. This is my time. This is me time. Okay? Setting boundaries, y'all, it's hard. It is so hard to basically say no to something that you've been saying yes to your whole life. Like today. Like you acting funny today. Or you want to tell me no today. But not today is a problem. It's not that today is a problem. It's been probably a problem. but I was probably too unsure of myself, or was probably too scared to say something, or 9 times out of 10, everybody else was doing it. So I was doing it too. At the end of the day, I'm asking myself, why did I let that person do that? Why did I let that person talk to me that way? Why did I let that person make me feel less than what I already know I am? So my problem was actually enforcing the boundaries, because I'll tell you all day, don't do this, don't do that. But if you did it, I would never do nothing about it. Like, I feel like I feel like my boundaries was like them speed bumps that don't really be speed bumps. Like them speed bumps that you don't need to slow down for them. But now in 2024, my boundaries is them big dumb speed bumps where you gotta dang near stop the car, put it in park. I want you, once you get them all down and you know, like, okay, this is what I'm no longer allowing. This is, once you get it all together, communicate that. Let them know, hey, sign off this, or I'm no longer allowing this. And that person will tell you everything you need to know right then and there. If you tell them, hey, I don't like when you do this, so can we just lighten up, or don't do that no more? And if he be like, or she be like, why is it a problem now? I'm gonna do what I want. That tell you right there that person don't need to be in your life, because that person is openly telling you to your face and your boundaries. You let me do it before.
And if you let that motherfucker shenan once, best believe they gonna shenan again.
Setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is not for everybody. You have those that be like, okay, I respect it, all right, But then you also have the ones that's like, okay, I respect it, but I also have a counter. Like, I also, okay, since you're setting your boundaries, I want to set mine too. I don't like the way that you woo, 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 woo. And so you have to take that in just as open as you're giving it out. Communicate clearly about your thoughts, your feelings, to all the people that's involved in your life. First, before you go to all of these other people, you have to also look back at yourself and tell yourself, what am I allowing me to do to me? I'm going to give you 6 things to do before you start setting your boundaries. Number 1, first, ask yourself questions. Reflect on your needs and your values. What do you actually want? What do you require? What does the person that you are becoming do? What does the person that you are becoming look like? What do they allow? Number 2, identify areas where boundaries are lacking, whether it's communication, emotions. Number 3, communicate effectively. Let people know. Use your words. Tell them, I do not like that. I said no. Number 4, even if you communicate clearly, all that, they still ain't gonna get it. Find specific limits or guidelines for behaviors and communicate them effectively. Number 5, prepare for resistance, because everybody is not going to just be like, okay, I respect it. No. They're going to fight, and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight. Number 6, practice your self-care. If once you prioritize your own well-being and your own mental health, you will establish boundaries that support it. That will support your mental, support your emotions, support your physical. Once you start doing more for you on the inside, it's just going to flow. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning into my video. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, is y'all setting boundaries? Because I need help. I need help. Peace, y'all.